Well, good morning to you too, Charlie. Had some more rain last night, which was good. It's very good news. Take all that we can get right now. Anytime we get rain in August, I'll take it. Lots of pretty pumpkin blooms. And they're doing what I wanted. They're growing across the chicken wire, so that's good. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Y'all are going to be big enough to move to a bigger pen this weekend. These are passion fruits. I'm assuming that I could eat those. I mean, I know they're edible, but I'm assuming they would taste good. Anybody ever eaten local wild passion fruit? Because there's lots on here, and I hate to see them just go to waste if they're useful. Anyway, good morning. Good morning, guys. Yeah. Morning. Okay, y'all have a good day. I'll be back after a while. Morning, guys. Good morning. Decided I'd walk back here this morning just to make sure. They should all have plenty of water, but just to make sure that nobody's water bowl or water bottle fell down last night. Sometimes I guess they get excited and they knock their waterers down. Hey guys. Yeah. Morning. Everybody's got plenty of water this morning. Hi, Mr. Spots. You feeling better? And Doctor and him. Everybody's water looks like it's okay. Yeah, I'm walking through all the cobwebs. Bees are not out yet. It's a little too chilly and early for them, I guess. Okay, just checking on you guys. Shirley was commenting on this crepe myrtle. I know for sure it's at least as old as the house. I don't know if it was here before they built the house because this was cattle pasture. So I know it's at least 40 years old. And I don't trim it back, so that's why it's gigantic. Okay, good morning everybody. It is 6:30. I have been up for a while. The dogs have been all let out to the bathroom. They've got a little snack in there. Luna is in her cage. The outside barn kitties have had a little snack so that they would let me out the front door. They've gotten used to me giving them a little snack in the mornings, and so now I literally am met at the front door by them. So if I want to go anywhere, I got to feed them. All the animals, the chickens are out. Checked on the rabbit waterers. So I've got my Junkin box in the back seat, and I've got a little over half my budget that I had set aside for this weekend left, and I am headed down to meet Miss Betsy. Yesterday we went along. Now, if you're wondering what this is, there's a highway called Highway 64 that basically runs east-west across the entire state of Arkansas. And 19 years ago, I don't know, some person decided that there would be a garage sale along the length of Highway 64 throughout Arkansas on the first weekend of August. And so this is the 19th year. Now this person posted this year. This would be the last year. And I'm thinking, these people are not going to stop doing this. I think it's taken on a life of its own, sister. I don't think you're going to say, oh, we're not doing it anymore. But anyway, I'm sure it'll happen again next year. I, in the past, have not gone. I have grumbled about it, but I have come to enjoy garage sales more and more. And now that I have Miss Betsy to go with, it's a lot more fun to go with somebody. For those of y'all who don't know, Miss Betsy was my junior high school English teacher in 7th and 8th grade. And then when I moved back, I started volunteering for the Gifted and Talented program at Adkins Middle School, which is the school where I also went to school. And Miss Betsy was the coordinator. She was the coordinator of the GT program at that point and was over federal programs. And we got to talking and visiting, and you know, of course, when you're in junior high school, you don't really get to know somebody on a personal level very much. That's your teacher. But the more we got to visiting, the more we realized we would be quite good friends and would hit it off. So we have really enjoyed our friendship over the past few years. But she retired from the school district about, I guess it's supposed to be the 4th year, but we still go down and volunteer with the GT programs every Thursday, or almost every Thursday. And then we also do a lot of grant writing for the GT program. She and I have written several grants and award applications successfully over the past 8 years, and so the program has actually become pretty well known across the state, at least for our part of it, because Miss Betsy knows how to work that system. She lives in the oldest house in Adkins. It was built by Colonel Embry when the town moved from down by the river to its current location, and it was the doctor's house for a while. And she knows a lot about the local history of the town, and she has curated a lot of the local history of that town. So one of these days on my regular shorty videos, I'm going to do a shorty video and just interview Miss Betsy about her house and take some video, because she said I could take some video in her house. But she knows a lot about what the different buildings used to be, and she has a lot of artifacts of the places that are no longer there. Like, she was telling me, and she didn't know if she should share this or not yesterday, the train station actually existed during the time of segregation, and there were benches that were marked for the African American people. These were the benches they could sit on. And she said, well, I don't know if I should share that, but she said, I think it's important to remember that this town had that dark piece of its history. And so she and her sister, when they closed that down, they were just throwing everything away. They went and got those benches and said, you know, we need to not forget, we need to not gloss this over. We need to face our history head on. So I think her sister Jane has the segregation bench, but she was talking about that, and she's got the doctor's shingle and his doctor's bag and all different kinds of stuff. So she's really interested in curating those pieces of local history. And also she goes to church with and is good friends with the man who has owned the local newspaper for years and years and years and years. And he literally has written the book on the history of the town. So she's going to ask him some questions about what the building was originally built for, if it was originally built for the train station, and so on. So, yeah, so I just thought I'd kind of give you a little bit of background there. And yesterday we went west as far as Russellville, and then today we're going to go east, because her sister lives in the town to the east where I actually go to the feed store, and supposedly her church is having an indoor sale. So we're going to go check that out and check out some other sales that direction today. We're getting a little bit earlier start today than we did yesterday. So anyway, so here we go. More junking. Oh yeah. I'll just take some video while we're driving. I never get to do this part because I'm always driving. This place up here, I was going somewhere on the interstate the other day, and they were out exercising racehorses.
Oh, they were?
Oh, you know, on that backside, they've got that racetrack, that training track. I guess those people are making a go of it. They've been there a little bit.
And they
got quite a few horses
taking care of. Yeah, they do.
How noisy it must be living right here by these railroad tracks. I guess they want us parking over here. Well, they might have something interesting. They got kitchen cabinets if you need those.
Well, those are cute.
Yeah, they're not bad.
I was going to let him out.
I think he is doing something with it. I like their sign.
Yeah, that's cute.
They're starting to clean up that old greenhouse too, which looks nice. Inside sale. Don't look like anybody's there yet. Fish for sale. It's a fish. I guess they must farm fish. I don't know if they farm it or if they're talking about live fish or fish you can eat.
I don't know.
They're just now getting their stuff uncovered. Y'all need to get up earlier, people. We got money to spend. Looks like there's a few more people waking up here. They're not. They're still not. Everybody's still not here.
No. Okay, I've got to figure out where theirs is.
Looks like there's quite a few along in there too. Once they get here.
Once they get there.
I see shiny stuff there, so that's good once they get open. Okay. Current status is we just walked up the hill to a sale on a whim. And if you've watched my podcast for any length of time, you know I have a fondness for dessert plate sets. So there were some out. And the woman said, I have about 20 more in this, or 10 or something more with all the cups and everything in this trailer. And I said, oh, really? Okay, I'll go look. I'm pilfering around in there looking in the trailer, and she said, I tell you what, I'll sell you all of them for $20. I'm like, all? And she's like, yes, the ones in here, the ones out there for $20. And I'm like, okay. So now I went from having about 10 dessert plate sets to having about 30 dessert plate sets, but that's just okay. So we're gonna buy some. Okay, Miss Hayes. Here we are, about ready to pull out on the road. I think we're doing well. So let's see, so far today, you've got a kitchen island with a butcher block top. I got a heavy crystal starburst bowl. Then I got the dessert plate haul that I talked about. And you got, what did you get at the place where I got the fabric? You got some...
A little quilt square and 2 little play sets.
Okay, 2 little play sets and a quilt squares. And I got some quilting patterns and a quilt kit, or a quilted bag kit. And then we just stopped at that place, and I got you can kind of see it on, where is it? On top right here. There we go. Where's my finger? There it is. It's a kindergarten desk. Because I've got all these old toys, and I decided they needed a desk to sit at. So, yeah, I think we're doing well so far. I'm ready for a snack.
Yeah, it's snack time.
Snack time. Look at this cool. This was Miss Hayes, did you say this was the old bank building?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that cool? Look at all that. I guess there's a lot of lights.
Everything in this corner back here is $1. Okay,
Cool, thank you. So what about, oh, that one's pretty.
Pretty.
Do you know anything about them?
No. I know that the art teacher who used to be at Marlton lived in that one at one time, but it wasn't a family home.
Mm-hmm. There's a sign on the door. I wonder what it says.
And this one is it has a plaque that it was the Woods house, and a teacher at Atkins one year lived there, and I'm not certain how old it is, but see, it was W.O. Wood. Oh, there it is, in 1908.
Mm.
And it has the little balcony and the tower. I'll pull that for them.
Yeah, I wonder what those papers on the doors. Okay, so we're taking a midday, well, not a midday, it's not 11 o'clock yet, but we're out of room. We're out of room. Sorry. We're out of room, and so we're gonna go make a drop off at the house, at Miss Hayes' house, and put stuff in, well, my car. I'm gonna take my stuff out and put in the car, because mostly what's taking up the space are the 4,276 dessert plate sets that are back there. So we're gonna go drop those off, and what we're noticing is more people are putting stuff out today than had out yesterday. So we're gonna go probably back the direction we went yesterday, or we may go back this way. We went into this one place that I've been wanting to go into for years, and there was a gorgeous blanket chest for sale in there, and she's got it marked down, and I want it so bad, but I don't have that kind of cash right now. So it'll be there. If it's supposed to be mine, it'll be there when I'm ready for it. But it would hold a lot of dessert plates. Let's see. What have we got so far? Well, since the last time we checked in, let's see. Miss Hayes has looked at a wicker settee and table set. I hadn't quite talked her into buying it yet. I bought some dollar items at that place that I'll share with y'all later because they're too much to talk about.
But we got to see the old bank.
We got to see the old bank building, which is what the video was of. We just stopped at the local African American church and went into their sale, and I got a little tiny tea set, little bitty tea set with Miss Hayes got it for me. I'm into her quite a bit now, so I'm gonna have to. But anyway, got a little tiny tea set with geese on it. Let's see, we got. Oh, you got Miss Hayes got a little flat dolly. Does she have a name or?
I think it's a Flatsy doll.
Flatsy.
It's a collectible.
Okay,
doll.
so we got a Flatsy and got some extra hair for her because the lady was a very persuasive salesman.
So I have purple hair.
Now she has purple hair for Flatsy. So, and then I got at the place that had the blanket chest, they had some old needle. Well, I'll just get them while we're driving. We're behind a log truck, so we're going we're going slow so we can gawk anyway. But at the flea market place, they had these old needle cases. Had to have these, right? Isn't those cute? And then they also, and I did buy something practical. Okay, let me preface all this. I did buy something practical. I got a new food dehydrator. Somebody had a Presto food dehydrator for $5, so I got that, and it looks like it's never been used. So that makes up for the fact that I got an old honey tin. Oh Lord! I know. Somebody said the other day they needed a house for their hoarding and their craft crap. That's what my whole house is. Anyway, woo! So, fun at Bargains Galore on 6. Okay guys, this is what caught my attention at the sale where I got the dessert plates. I've been looking for a set of the fan-shaped ones for a long time, and she had a set that had 11 plates and 10 cups, and she only wanted $5 for it. So I said I would love to have those, and I got to talking to her about how I collected them, and she said, I'll sell you everything for $20. Y'all, there's got to be at least there's got to be at least 12 or 13 sets of these in here, because there's 2 different patterns in here. There's this set. There's 5 or 6 different ones in here. There's these, which I've never seen that pattern before. There's ones in this box, and then there's some in the back seat of my car. So, yeah, I'm going to get them all. When I get home, I'll unpack them all and show them to you. But there's my little tea set. Isn't that sweet? It's got little geese on it. Isn't that cute? But anyway, I'll do a rundown tonight when I get home and show you everything that I got. So anyway, we're gonna go have some lunch. Well, we're turning around at the put-in for Piney Bay, and there's a fisherman. The kind of fisherman I like out there. It's a great blue heron. Hey puppies! Hi babies! Hi babies! This is the Adkins Pet Rescue booth. It raises money for our local pet rescue. We came by here yesterday and I forgot to bring my camera. Hi baby! So they're trying to adopt some puppies out. Hi baby! They do a good job. They keep our local shelter as best as they can. They try to get any dog that gets taken into our local. Hi baby, what a sweet face.
No, she had to stay home.
So
Mama stay home.
But we're trying to raise their profile a little bit. Hi, babies. So they do a good job keeping the local shelter from having to put them down. I know it's a big job, though. Michael, you want to say something?
Everybody come see us.
This is Michael.
We have about 120 dogs right now. We love volunteers and we survive on donations. So if anybody wants to reach out.
Y'all have a Facebook page?
Yes, ma'am. Atkins
Okay.
Pet Rescue on Facebook.
All right. Good deal. So this is probably our last stop for today, but we might come out again tomorrow. Well, we're finishing up here just west of Atkins. I got an old onion and potato bin, like I needed it. So we're headed, I think, to the house for today. We might try again tomorrow. People put new stuff out every day. And the place where I got the onion bin said they were going to have more furniture tomorrow, so I might come check them out again tomorrow. Okay, well, I'm home from junking for the day. We may go back tomorrow. I saw a really, really nice old farmhouse blanket chest at a antiques place, and she's having a clearance, and she made me a really good price on it. I'm gonna double check the bank account, and if there's any way I can swing it, I'm gonna try, because it was really nice. And anyway, we'll see. So I'm home. I got the crew lined up here at the gate waiting to be fed. So I'm gonna feed and water and then unpack all my stuff. You guys ready for some supper? One of these days I really got to put a gate in back here so I don't have to just climb over the fence. But today is not today. Hi, Trix. I see you. You see the camera? Yeah, you see the camera. Yeah, hang on, move. Come on. Y'all move. Hey, Chippers. Hey, Pumpkin. Come on, Pumpkin, it's okay. You can get some food. Yeah, you like having your own little pile, don't you? You're a good girl. I know. If you'd let me spray you for those flies, they wouldn't bother you so. Hey, guys. Hey, Chippers. How's y'all's water doing? Pretty good. Hey, girls. Yeah. Trixie, don't be rude. Chips gets to eat too. Hi, Mama. Do you think it tastes better if you move around? Hi, Mama. All right, y'all enjoy your supper. Okay, here's part one of my haul from today. I did go $20 over budget today, but considering I bought our snacks at Sonic the other day and our Cokes, then I allowed myself an extra little bit. But this is probably going to be it for the weekend, but we'll see. I'm still looking at a cabinet, but I don't really think I can afford it right now. So anyway, there's an old kindergarten school desk. I've got some old toys that I thought that would look cute with. This is an old potato bin and onion bin. It's got old hinges on it. It's old wood. This is hung right here, but I think I can pry. It's just hung right there at the corner. This is a brand new Presto food dehydrator. Brand new. It was $5. Then, from the dollar bin at this one sale, I got these old prints, and you can tell they're old by looking at the paper and the framing on the back. But there's the American Homestead in the spring, in the summer, in the autumn with the harvest, and then in the winter. And being a farm, I just loved that. I also got this relish server out of the dollar bin, and it's probably 70s, 60s, 70s maybe. I don't know. I liked it. I got this old plate. See, it says it's old, right? Haha. But you can tell it's got crazing in the glaze. So I liked that, and it was $1. Then I went by one place, and they had this lady quilted. And I think I've got a bunny theme going on, because I had the bunny picture yesterday. Then I got this Baltimore Bunnies quilt design, or quilt package. It's all the patterns are in here. Okay, So you can see how thick it is. It's got all the patterns for all the different blocks. This is a Baltimore album quilt. And I love that. Rabbit in the moon. You can't go wrong with that, right? I love that symbolism. Then I got this because I believe this wholeheartedly. Even though my philosophy is not strictly Judeo-Christian, I do believe that the gentle will inherit the earth. Got this signed print, okay, which I thought was really cute. And then I got this, I think you can put napkins or serve flatware or something in him. I just thought he was really cute. Then I got some quilt patterns. These are Garden Patch Cats, and I'm going to have to look these up because she had 5 of the patterns. They're all like fruit and vegetable cats. So you got the Walla Walla onion, the celery stalk, the Bosque pear, the kidney bean, and the pumpkin. But if you'll notice, one of them says block 6, so there's at least 6 blocks, and I've only got 5, so I'm going to have to see if I can't hunt those up. I got this little pattern for this little snowman. He was 50 cents. Then I got this kit for this bag, and it's actually got the fabric squares in it. So I thought that would be kind of cool to make. Here's my little tea set. It is missing one little cup, but that's okay. It's got little geese on it. I got this Starburst Crystal Relish dish. Then in the dollar bin, I found these cool books from the American Geographical Society that were published in 1961, I believe, or 56 and 61. And what they are is they are books about these different countries, and they've got the stamps. Remember when when I was a kid, you could get these, and they had the stamps that you tore out and you put on the correct page. So I got one about Yugoslavia, Ecuador, Nigeria, and I think this one, the stamps are still, no, it has the stamps done in it. A couple of them don't have the stamps done. Spain, Brazil, Bermuda, Australia, Jamaica, and then Ceylon. I might be saying that wrong. Anyway, and then this one's about South Africa, and it looks a little bit older because the graphics are different on it, but it's the same idea. It's got the stamps that you put in and everything. I like that. African elephants are dangerous. So this is part 1 of my haul from today. Part 2 is going to take me a minute, and y'all will see why when I do the video, but this I got all for the princely sum of $40 today. I like junk. Okay guys, so if you've been watching the podcast for any length of time, you know that I have a fondness and sort of an obsession with mid-century dessert plate sets. And I like to pick them up whenever I see them at flea markets or thrift stores or tag sales or whatever. Well, today we went to a church sale where I found the snowflake set. Now, the very first set of dessert plates I ever bought for myself were the snowflake pattern. Okay, this snowflake pattern. I bought a set years ago when the local flower shop put in a little flea market section. I bought a set of these. My mother had a set of the wheat plates, and I swear I thought she had her mother's set of apple plates. I never have run onto those apple plates yet. I swear I didn't dream those things. I swear that I saw them, and it drove me crazy, so I ended up buying a set of the apple ones off of eBay. So now I do have them. So we found this set of snowflake ones at the church flea market, and it was $2. And I'm like, okay, great. Set of 4 cups, 4 plates. One of the cups has a little tiny chip in the handle, but who cares? I've got a lot of punch cups. Well, we had gone to Plummerville, which is the farthest east we went today. And we were driving through town, and there was a sign pointing up the hill. And there was a sale up the hill at this house. It was about 2 blocks off the main drag. And it said antique doors, antique windows, you know, antique doors, antique windows. I'm trying not to show my dirty stuff. Antique doors, antique windows, glassware, miscellaneous stuff. So Miss Hayes had been looking for some architectural salvage stuff because she has an older home and she likes to look for those kinds of things. And then I saw some dessert plates sitting out. There was like 3 or 4 sitting out. And the lady said, oh, if you're interested in those, I have some more in boxes in the trailer. And I said, oh, sure. Yeah, I would love to see what you have. Well, I've been looking for a particular set for a while since I had seen it at a flea market, and it was marked at like $35, and I just could not bring myself to pay that. I'm cheap. It was the fans. Now, I found this set of fans in the box. She had 11 plates and 10 cups, and she had only $5 marked on them. So these are where you have the little place to put your cup right there, but you've got the fans. And I said, oh, that's a great price. I'll be glad to take those. And then she got to talking with me, and she said, oh, well, this is an unusual set, and it was the set of the sunflowers. Now, I actually have the sunflowers already. These sunflowers, okay? And I said, yeah, I've never really seen any of those anywhere else. Those are really cool, and my mom had the wheat ones and all that stuff. So she said, okay, well, I tell you what. She stood there for a minute, and I said, I tell you what, for $20, you can have everything. And I said, okay, because I had seen like 4 sets, and I thought, well, that's fair, you know, especially since that fan set was so big. This is what I got for my $20. So I got the fans, and then she had the sunflowers that I mentioned. Everything else on this table, except for the ones in this far corner up here, those are my snowflake ones, I got for $20. Holy cow, y'all. So I got the 11 fans and cups. I got the sunflowers. I got 8 more of the wheat pattern that my mom had, plus cups. I got 8 of the grape pattern. Now, I already had service for 8 on the grapes. Then I got these really beautiful milk glass ones with the rose cups, set of 4. I got these iridescent ones, 6 cups or there's 4 cups and 6 plates with the iridescent finish. I got these plates. Now this looks more like a 70s color here, but I got 4 of these, 4 cups and 4 plates, 2 cups and 2 plates of the turquoise, 4 cups and 4 plates of sort of the harvest yellow. Then 4 plates of this really cool looking fiber optic orange. That looks very 60s. Then I got this really pretty little cups and saucers. I got these milk glass plates. They don't have any cups with them, but that's okay. Then I got this milk glass set with a clover. I got these plates. I've never seen this design before. Then I got these beautiful Japanese china ones. I got this milk glass set, which looks very 60s. I got this milk glass set with the roses. This milk glass set, which also looks very, you know, 60-ish. And then last but not least, I got these. Y'all. Oh, there's 97 plates here. These are the ones I got today. These are not the ones I already had. Great googly moogly, y'all. I don't think I know that many people. Anyway, now I got to find a place to put these up. So we're going to start putting them in wherever I can stick them, I guess. Anyway, yeah, I think I've officially become a hoarder of dessert plate sets. Okay. One of my new roses is blooming that I bought. I bought this one to replace one that I had bought for my mom for Mother's Day about 20 years ago, and it got Rosetta virus. And this is the closest color I've ever found to it, so I'm tickled that it's blooming. Well, I found places to put all the dessert plates for now. I saw a beautiful old blanket chest at one of the flea markets that we went into. And the lady's having a pretty good sale on it, but I just can't justify spending the money on it right now. You know, we go back to work in a week, and I get paid at the end of the month for the first time since summer started. And you know, I got to make my money last. I've got to finish paying Bo's training bill, and I've got hay to pay for and everything, so I can't really, you know, spending, you know, $40 here and there, I know does add up, but I gave myself a budget for this weekend and I only went over $20, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. The blanket chest is beautiful, and you know, I would really love to have it. They do have a layaway plan at that store, but I won't get the discounted price on it if I put it on layaway. So I've got a coworker that owes me for some beef. So maybe next week, she said the sale would be going on for a couple of weeks. So maybe next week, if he pays me, I can go by there and see if she still has it. And if it's there, you know, it's meant to be. And if not, then I'm not going to worry about it, and something better will come along. You know, I found the pie safe that I wanted because I was patient. I found my fan plates, and I'm having cake on my plate. You know, the plates that I wanted because I was patient. I found my bread bowl, and my student got me the bread bowl because I was patient. So I believe it will work out, you know, in the end. I just have to be a little bit patient. I'm probably going to close out here for tonight. I'm pretty tired. I'm going to take a shower after I eat my piece of cake and go to bed, and probably pretty early. I think we're going to try to go out again tomorrow maybe and take my truck. The lady where I bought my little onion bin said they were going to have some cabinets and stuff, and she said they would have really good prices on them. I don't know what really good means. Really good to me is $50 or less, and finding the kind of cabinet I want for that is probably going to be impossible. But I did find my kitchen cabinet at an auction for $40, and it's a century-old farm kitchen cabinet with a tilt-out flour bin and original hardware on it. So I'm pretty tickled about that. You just got to be patient. You got to be, sometimes you got to be in the right place at the right time. So yeah. Anyway, I'm pretty tired tonight. I hope y'all have had a good Friday. I enjoyed visiting with Miss Hayes all day. Barn kitty. I enjoyed getting to visit with Mrs. Hayes. We had a good day, and I enjoyed being out visiting with her and doing, you know, looking around at all the interesting stuff. And you know, I like to just go look at flea markets and stuff and see how they've got them styled. The one we went into today is like a Western themed one, so the way it was styled really I liked, so I was tickled about that. But anyway, y'all have a good night, and until I see y'all again, be good to each other and take care of each other, and peace out, y'all. Bye.